You can laugh at how I caper, laugh how I hop, but call me mad and the bodies start to drop.
If your monster's sad and bitter, or he's feeling like a quitter, see the monster sitter, Mr. Princeton Vice.
Hello, my little monsters. I'm Princeton Vice, your monster sitter for today. We're going to have so much fun. Are you ready?
Yeah!
Delightful. Looks like it's our good buddy. Let me help you. No, got it. I insist. Helping is what friends do. Say hello to my best friend and co-host, Memento Murray. Say hello, Murray.
Hello.
Come on, like we practiced.
No, it's stupid.
Please.
Fine.
Ahem. Say hello, Murray.
Hello, Murray.
Oh, classic. You see, it's funny because...
Oh yes, explain the punchline. That will make it infinitely more funny.
Well, that was fun. Let's move on. So, as a bit of a treat, we were tempted to see if Murray would be happier with a little bit of eyeballs on him, so we thought we'd try some of those out.
Yeah, alright. Just make it quick, okay?
Alright, some googly eyes?
Well, they got some good motion on them, that much I'll give them. A little Sesame Street for my taste, though.
Alright, some small googly eyes.
Googly, 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 googly. The shake-to-Google ratio is surprisingly low on this one.
Alright, yellow eyes.
Yeah, having yellow pupils on white backgrounds is like, I want to spend money on googly eyes, but I want to never see them.
And pink.
You look like an albino rabbit. It's adorable. I hate it.
Red eyes.
Remember, Eddie, when I killed your brother, and I talked just like this? Love that movie.
How about blue eyes? Don't it make my brown eyes blue?
You're gonna start singing that song. I definitely don't want to go with it.
And of course there's that lovely evening wear look. But when you want to host the gala at 5 and co-host a movie at midnight,
Blue. I'm not a fan of the lashes, but I do like that it can make me look permanently pissed off, which is what I am. Oh, man. Oh, this reminds me of my college years. They called me Grim Creeper. I don't think the left one's googly at all. It just kind of just stays straight ahead in kind of an ominous way. It's looking at you. Yeah, you.
don't it make my brown eyes...
Stop singing, stop singing.
Yellow.
All right, we're getting somewhere. It's kind of ominous and unfriendly in a nice way.
And it's kind of orange like me, so we kind of match.
Oh, I hate it. Change it.
All right, some green.
Can't think of anything funny, can you? Is that all you got?
No, because I love you. I also sprung for some of the fancy eyes from the craft store.
Ooh! Oh! That's a little bit intense there. Wow! Wow! Oh! It fell off! Oh, God! Help me find them.
Well, viewers, tell us what you think of any of Murray's new eye choices. Any of them you like? Murray, do you have a letter for us? Thank you. Dear Princeton Vice, I have a friend who's very helpful. Sometimes they get too helpful, insisting on helping even when I ask them not to. What advice do you have? Sincerely, M. Okay, first off, thank you, M, for writing. Now, regarding your friend, I think you should understand that helpful people sometimes express their love through helping. It's perfectly normal, really.
That all you got?
Well, that's all I can think of off the top of my head. I'll see if I can come up with anything else by the end of the movie. Speaking of which, let me tell you about tonight's movie.
Ooh, let me help! Let me help!
Ah, who the f*** is that?
Oh, that's our newest monster, Springy!
Hello, we're gonna have a pretty super time!
Oh, I hate him already. Also, I don't know if he counts as a monster when he's clearly just a spring whisk with googly eyes.
Hush, we're on a budget.
Oh, it looks like you're writing a letter. Would you like help with that?
No, this was a letter someone else wrote to us, and it's already written. We were just about to read off the title. This movie has several titles.
Oh, can I say the last title? It's my favorite.
Of course. The titles are...
Spring-heeled.
Not yet. The Curse of the Wraydons, a.k.a. the...
Spring-heeled.
Not yet. I'll give you the cue.
Sorry, I just get so excited.
A.k.a. the Strangler's Morgue, a.k.a...
Spring-heeled Jack.
That's right, Spring-heeled Jack.
He sounds so pretty splendid.
Oh, that's gonna get old real quick. Nope, scratch that. Too late. Already old.
That's right, Curse of the Wraydons, the 1946 British horror drama about love, murder, soldiers, and spies. I recommend sticking with this one for a bit. It starts like a slow period piece. There's a soldier and hero, Jack Raiden, his best friend George, who's reluctantly a spy for the French, and Helen, the woman Jack loves madly, so madly that he would risk a court-martial and a firing squad for her. But keep your eye on this character, the Chief, played by B-movie veteran Tod Slaughter. He's our salvation from cliché romance. Before you know it, he'll hijack this normal drama and drag it straight into bloody, over-the-top melodrama. What's our body count for this movie? It's brought to you by the number...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.
6! That's right. We got more juicy information on Tod during a future break. Until then, enjoy the show.
So you were Roberts?
Yes, Mr. Rickers.
Did you have a good journey?
Excellent. The stagecoach from Dover made very good time to London, but it was a slow drive out to Epping.
True, but it's necessary. London's too far from the danger point.
Yes, I suppose the forest is a fine hideout for the damned traitors.
Yes, it is. But I feel we're getting hot.
I think my dispatches from Dover will help you, too.
Good. They are under seal, I suppose?
Oh, yes, and quite safe.
Fine. The Commandant will be here for them in the morning, so guard them well. By the way, where are you sleeping?
At the Star.
An excellent choice, too. Well, you've done a fine job at Dover, Roberts.
Oh, thank you, sir. Well, good night.
Good night, Roberts.
Good night, sir.
And sleep well.
Thank you, sir.
No sign of him yet.
Why do we have to meet him in this lousy hole?
Ah, don't ask me. This is the old blind beggar's hideout. I suppose he's a pal of his. We must ask him to meet us at the Tabard Inn next time.
You ask him, not me. I wonder what his game is.
Why, what's it matter? He pays well. 5 quid for everyone he drops from Wapping down to Thames mouth. And no questions asked. That ain't to be sneezed at.
I suppose not. I wonder what's down there.
It's the old beggar's wine cellar.
Let's have a look. Yeah. It's locked. Or stopped up.
Go on, give it a ruddy heave. What's this, you rats?
Spy?
Why, we were only...
I was only looking
I
at
pay you to obey orders, nothing else. Try any games, and I'll screw your blasted necks with pleasure.
But I only meant...
Well, do you play fair or not?
Anything you say, Chief.
Anything.
Anything I say?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Even if it were... Well? Well?
Oh, whatever your orders.
Yes, and that goes for me, too.
Good, then we understand each other. Is the boat ready at Wapping?
Yes, Chief.
I shall have another customer for you soon.
How shall we know when?
The usual manner?
Squire Sedgefield.
So you don't like him either, eh?
Oh, he likes him all right, but he's tough.
Most men in my pay have to be.
Of course
Oh,
they
it ain't
have.
no good if they ain't.
Good. Then that is all.
Who's the passenger?
One that you've had before. George Heaney.
Right, Chief. Georgine. Excellent.
Now, take a look at this map. Calais is no longer safe. You'll have to be landed farther down the coast.
I don't know the coast below Calais.
Then you'll have to keep your wits about you, Mr. Helium.
I don't like it.
Oh, by the way, the password's altered. Read it. Thanks. Just for safety.
I tell you, I can't go on with it. I'm getting out of it all.
Tell that to the man who pays us. Pays me. Pays you.
Oh, devil, the man.
Maybe. But he keeps his bargain. £500 a time. Not bad. I shouldn't like to be you if you ratted on him. Have a drink.
Yes. Yes, yes. I'm scared.
Scared? What of?
Everything. What's that?
Well, the old blind beggar. I haven't seen him round here lately. I expect he's off to the barracks. The officers often give him a few coins. Not scared of him, are you?
No, not of him.
I can't help thinking it's very fortunate the barracks are so near to us.
Fortunate? The very walls frighten me.
Absurd. Fate played right into our hands when Captain Raiden was posted here to Epping. Almost next door to his own father's house. And so near to you, his bosom friend.
Oh, my God.
Don't be a fool, George. You've got free entry to the barracks. And barrackroom gossip in these days is worth, well, shall we say £500 a bagful? Have another drink.
No more.
Oh, well, you better be going. What time are you meeting Raiden there tonight?
I'm not going there.
Not going?
No. To hell with it all. I'll face anything, even that devil who pays me.
Go on, what next?
You'd better know. I've been snake enough to use my friendship for Captain Raiden to worm things out of him that you want to know. But by heavens, I'll do it no longer.
Enough of this damn nonsense. I know what's the bottom of it all.
Naturally. I've just told you.
Oh, no, you've not. As usual, it's a woman. You've fallen in love with his sister Rose. That makes things difficult.
You damn...
Being at school with Raiden didn't stop your using him. But now you're after the sister.
Stop. I've finished, and that's enough.
We shall see. But I'll tell you one other thing. You'll never marry Rose Raiden.
And why not?
I'd rather not say. You wouldn't like it.
What new lie are you concocting?
Good evening, George.
Good evening, Helen.
I came for a book, Father.
George has just been talking about his old school days with Captain Raiden.
How interesting.
There's their meeting at the barracks tonight. We should congratulate Captain Raiden on his high jump at the cavalry sports yesterday. Almost 7 feet. An honest jump.
How amazing.
But those queer tales about leaps of 10 or 15 feet are absurd. Unless he's got some trick boots with strong springs inside them.
Well, they do call him Spring-Heeled Jack, don't they, George? It's really rather ridiculous.
Yes, it is rather.
I have my book, Father. A pleasant evening to you, George.
Good night, Helen.
A timely intervention. Calm after a storm. Well, you better be going. We may have to meet, well, you know whom. Any day now.
I've told you, I'm not going.
I think you will.
George, I carried that off well, didn't I?
Admirably.
Hush. I received Jack's letter yesterday at the beauty parlor. Tell him I meet him tomorrow as usual, will you please?
Yes, of course, if I see him.
If you see him? Aren't you going to the barracks? Father said you were spending the evening with Jack.
Well, I was, but,
Shh.
I thought you'd left.
I was talking to Helen.
Yes. I was listening. Come in just a moment.
Well, since you've listened, what do you want?
Close the door. So you carry love messages between my daughter and Raiden?
I do. What are you going to do about it?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. I've known all the time.
You've known all the time?
Yes. This love-making, Helen and Raiden, it pleases me. It pleases me greatly.
But Helen, she thinks... she's afraid...
I know. That's why she's hidden it from me.
Then you mean you'd consent?
Never. There'll be no marriage between Raiden and my daughter.
But I don't understand. It pleases you greatly. You'd never consent? What devil's game are you playing?
Chess. With human pieces. You're one. Helen's another. Listen, George Helium. Tonight you've hinted pretty strongly that you intend to rat. I think you should know that I've made plans to meet that possibility.
More threats?
No. Just 2 strings to my bow.
Talk sense.
Excellent. I won't waste words. If you play straight, you are valuable. Your contacts with Raiden make you profitable to our plans.
Undoubtedly.
Undoubtedly. But if you play false, and may God help you if you do, then 1 string to my bow breaks. And the other string is Helen.
Helen? Is she a party to your damnable schemes?
Oh, no. She knows nothing. Nothing at all. But if you should, have to disappear, then she'll probably gather in all innocence even more barrackroom gossip than you ever could.
You'll use your own daughter for this villainy?
Yes, up to a point. But not to manage with Raiden. I'd save her from that curse.
Curse? What curse?
Oh, I thought you knew. Apparently you don't. The curse of insanity. The curse of the Raidens.
Another of your damned lies.
No lie. The truth for once. The Raidens keep their secret well, but insanity is hereditary with them. It runs its course with one or other of the brood. Moments of sanity. Moments of sheer bloodlust.
Stop, devil! I'll choke that lie down your throat.
I know. The truth often hurts. But I warn you, Raiden's friendly hands may one day strangle you in cold blood.
I'll hear no more.
Do as you please.
I've finished with you.
Rat on us if you want to, but face the consequences. Do you hear me? Face the consequences. Good night, George.
Want a webcomic with werewolves, worms, and vampanzees? Never mind, don't ask about the vampanzees. Follow the adventures of Maria as she befriends the misfit monsters of the skeleton crew, from the adorkable Zomboy to terrifying toddler Peekaboo. What frightening forces wait for them in the shadows? Find out, if you dare. Skeleton Crew. Read it for free at tangentartist.com or on Webtoon.
Come in. Ah, George. Nice to see you. Come in, sit down.
I didn't really intend to come tonight, but...
Don't say that to me. Have a drink. It's good stuff. Got it from Dad's cellar yesterday. There you are. Clink. Any news of Helen?
Yes, she got your note. She'll meet you as usual tomorrow.
Ah, she's a darling. I say, I suppose the squire hasn't smelt a rat, has he?
Smelt a rat? What do you mean?
Oh, about me and Helen. Oh, well, who cares? She knows her own mind. She's of age. What can he do?
He's an evil person.
Yes, I suppose he is, really.
There's no supposing about it, he is.
Well, you should know. You've been with him quite a bit lately. What is it, a business deal or something?
No, not exactly.
Well, I should keep my eyes open if I were you. He's a wily old bird. You hard up again?
No, it's not that. They're lively in there tonight.
Yes, exciting news from Dover. We're on the track of those damn spies at last. I've asked the colonel to post me on the job. I'd revel in a bit of counter-espionage, wouldn't you?
No, I daren't. I haven't the pluck. It's my nerves. I don't know, but they seem all to pieces lately.
There's something on your mind, George. What's worrying you?
Nothing, really.
Oh, something is wrong. What is it?
Can't you drop it, Jack?
Don't you trust me?
If I told you...
Yes?
Oh, God, I can't. Give me time, please.
All right, old chap. Take your time.
Why, Tony is a good soldier. He's a Princeton. Of course he's a Princeton.
Pray be seated, gentlemen. If I'm wanted, send for me at theatre. And now I must be going. Send for Raiden quickly, please. I've got some good news for the boy.
Indeed, sir?
Yes.
Now, come on, George, out with it. You're in some mess.
I can't.
Shall I guess?
What do you know?
Come in.
Oh, sorry, Raiden. The colonel wants to see you at once. Their Dover business.
The Dover business? All right, George, don't go. You stay here. I shan't be long.
Oh, I don't think so.
You sent for me, sir?
Yes. I'm in rather a hurry, but I wanted you to know your application for transfer to the secret branch is granted. Here it is.
Thank you very much, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
We'll have a talk in the morning. Good night.
Good night, sir.
The effing beauty parlor is crowded lately. And with good reason. Our brother officers appear to find it most attractive. But cherchez la femme. The charming Helen Sedgefield takes her vapor bath there daily. Aphrodite rising from the foam. Venus enticing Mars all over again.
Payne, I want a word with you.
Well, what is it? What do you want?
You insulted Helen Sedgefield in my hearing. I demand an instant apology.
There's my answer, you colonel's toady. You!
Stop it, you fools! Are you both mad? Far from it, sir. But Lieutenant Payne insulted Helen Sedgefield.
To be settled by a pothouse brawl?
No, sir. I demand satisfaction. Swords or pistols, here, tonight.
Dueling between officers is not allowed, under penalty of death to the challenger. Those are King's regulations.
Damn King's regulations. I refuse to obey them. But that sneering puppy may be too scared to meet me.
Oh, no. I'd like to give the braggart a lesson.
You!
Now, stop it! Raiden, do you hear me?
I beg your pardon, gentlemen. Midnight, here. Swords.
Jack, I heard it all. For heaven's sake, give up this mad idea. You must. You know the penalty.
Are you the keeper of my conscience?
It's your life that's at stake. Think, man. Court-martial. A firing squad. Is a duel worth that?
Would you have me go and apologize to that swine? Dear Mr. Payne, I don't want to fight this duel. Hell! Who's mad, you or I? Please go. I've much to do.
But, Jack...
You hear me? Leave me alone.
Forgive me, sir.
What on earth's the matter? Has Boney landed? Are the French here?
It must be Jack. Something's happened to him.
Odds fish, there's always something happening to him. What's he been up to this time? What is this all about?
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't stand there chattering like an old woman. You scare the life out of me, then you start mumbling and muttering. Come on, out with it. What is the matter?
I've come straight from the barracks. Jack's quarreled with an officer. There's been a frantic row. He's challenged the man to a duel.
with swords there tonight.
Well, what of it? The Wraydons were never cowards.
But, sir, surely you...
Don't interrupt. Who's the man?
Lieutenant Payne.
That conceited fop. Jack'll make a pincushion of him.
But, sir, have you forgotten?
Forgotten? Forgotten what?
King's regulations. Dueling between officers has been forbidden. The penalty for the challenger is death.
Death?
My God, yes, of course. The new order. I had forgotten that. What are we to do?
Only one thing. Stop the duel. All the officers have tried, but Jack won't listen. Only you can prevent it.
I? How?
Well, the colonel's a close friend of yours. He's away from barracks with his brother at Thaden. If he knew, he'd stop it. But it's a matter of minutes now. Hardly an hour.
But I'm an old man. Do you think I can ride like a trooper?
No, but I can. Write a short letter to the colonel. Trust me to find him. I'll ride like the devil.
I like 20 devils. Where's Mickwill?
Here, Father.
All right, everybody, it's time for Give a Flying Fact. Now, here is a very abridged history of British quota quickies.
Look, Princey, I know that being helpful is kind of your thing, but don't you think that it might be mansplaining and or wasting people's time?
Oh, nonsense! I'm sure everyone at home is eager to learn about the 1927 Acts of Parliament. Yeah. During the Great Depression, the United Kingdom wanted to promote British film industry to compete with the newly budding Hollywood. So the United Kingdom passed the Cinematograph Films Act of 1927. It did two significant things. One, provide subsidies to any British film company that used British actors, British authors, and filmed in the UK and its Commonwealths. Two, required any British film company or American distributors working in the UK to make a percentage of their films using the same rules as above. Enter two individuals, actor Tod Slaughter and director George King. This is actually a picture of King George, but I don't have a picture of the director, so it'll have to do.
Oh me, oh my, I need to make some British films quick for as cheap as possible so I can cash in on that sweet, sweet government money. But hiring writers costs a fortune. Excuse me, my name is Tod Slaughter. I'm a stage actor infamous for reviving the old Victorian melodramas, where I almost always played the villain, although I can't imagine why. Old melodramas, eh? Do they cost much? Hardly. Most of them are out of copyright, and I have a whole company of actors who know them backwards and forwards. Mr. Slaughter, this could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Yes, a very beautiful friendship indeed. Okay, it's weird you keep doing that, but I can work with this.
Tod Slaughter seemed born to play evil villains. At one point in 1931, he was doing a theatrical run as Long John Silver in the morning and a body snatcher in a different play at night, giving him a kill streak of 15 victims a day. This led him to get the amazing title Mr. Murder, which would be a damn perfect name if his name wasn't already Mr. Slaughter. That's his God-given name. His first name's actually Norman. Full disclosure, Curse of the Wraydons wasn't directed by George King. It was directed by Victor Gover, who only directed this and two other Tod Slaughter quota quickies. But Slaughter, King, and an arguably failed government program opened the door for cheesy B-movie horror to make its way to the British silver screen, and also recorded a lot of old blood and thunder melodramas that otherwise would have been lost to time. Thus we here at Princeton Vice presents salute you.
There. That'll stir the colonel.
Jack! What's going on here?
Oh, so you've come to your senses.
Have you dared to interfere with my plans?
I'd dare anything to save your life.
Leave me to look after that myself. Better for you to guard your own.
Are you going on with this damn foolishness?
If you mean am I going to fight Lieutenant Payne, yes.
What's it all for?
A lady's honor.
Ah, some fancy woman.
If you weren't my father, you'd pay for that, sir.
Jack, have you taken leave of your senses?
Don't you think you'd better go? I came here to speak to my father, alone. There's little time left.
As you wish.
Is there still time?
I hope so. Are the stables open?
Yes. Take my mare. She goes like the wind. Hurry.
Leave that to me. Goodbye, Rose.
I'm sorry, Father. But a lady I one day hope to make my wife was slandered. Is that enough?
Helen Sedgefield.
Yes.
Don't like the father.
I'm not interested in him.
Damn the Sedgefields. You're not fighting this duel.
Nothing's going to prevent me.
Fool. Fool.
I'm sorry, Father. Let's talk. There's so much I have to tell you.
You seem scared, Sedgefield.
I didn't expect you, but you're welcome just the same.
I'm glad of that. I want to speak to you and I haven't much time. Sit down.
A glass of wine.
Sit down. You lost your hearing as well as your senses?
My sherry is excellent.
My news is not so good for you.
Not good for me. Who's been talking?
Someone who knows. Yes, that's what I like to see. A strong man. Frightened. It was only my fun. Just a little test. They told me you were pretty hard, and I wanted to see how quickly you'd break. Now, I know.
I see. Just playing with me.
Just play.
Then there's no news.
Oh, yes, there is. Excellent news. Some of our movements down at Dover have aroused suspicion. Information has reached Epping, under seal, to our friends, the Bow Street Runners.
Hardly excellent news.
I think it is. You see, I have those letters.
You have them? How did you get them?
In my own peculiar way. And I've come to warn you to be very, very careful. Stranger things might happen tonight.
Stranger things?
Much. You'll know in good time. You know, we are two cunning old rascals. There's only one thing you lack. Guts. Yes. An excellent sherry. That's all, my friend. Keep awake. I may be back.
On guard. Heli! Fight on! 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 Raiden!
Halt! Gentlemen, I am surprised at this obvious breach of King's regulation. Captain Raiden, I understand you are the challenger. I place you under house arrest. You will go to your room immediately. Lieutenant Woods will accompany you. Lieutenant Payne, you will report to me in the morning at 10. Gentlemen, you will retire immediately. We will go into this disgraceful affair tomorrow.
I never thought for one moment that the old man would turn up this time of night.
Just like
I'm terribly sorry, Raiden. Is there anything I can do?
It's all right, old chap. I thought we could have got it over without his knowing. I'm sick at letting the Colonel down. He's been a good friend.
Perhaps he'll smooth it out.
No, he's a stickler for regulations. Hard and fast to the last letter. And I know what that means.
So do I. My God, if he does. But he can't.
King's regulations, Woods. I say, old chap, do you think you could get me some brandy? I've only got some port and sherry here.
Of course.
Thanks.
Raiden! Shh! Your hand's bleeding.
Yes, I know. I had a fall. Where's your master?
Upstairs.
Well, get him. Go on, quick. Dennis!
To your room, wench. I heard your voice. What's happened? Have you had an accident, Captain? You're hurt.
No, Dennis. Listen. There's no time to waste. They're after me. Never mind what for. You'll learn soon enough. Will you help me?
What a question to ask your old Batman. Will I help you? Anything you want, name it.
Good man, Dennis. Look, I want to get out of this uniform. Is that room all right?
Yes. Come along, sir. Come along.
Thanks, old man.
Keep still, sir. There's somebody at the door. Mr. Helium. Thank the Lord it's you.
Raiden, is he here?
Yes, in there.
Has he told you?
Not much.
Let me see him.
Wait a minute, sir. He's gone.
Clean away. We'll never find him. He's in the forest by now, and he knows every foot of it.
Never mind, we'll try tomorrow. Here, he gave me a note from Miss Helen. Wants us to get it quick. Will you take it? You know what he hides them for.
Trust me. Anything to help Jack.
And that goes for me, too.
Well, I'll be going. Good night, Dennis.
Good luck, sir.
Good evening, Helium. Come in.
I didn't know you were here.
A pleasant surprise, I trust. Good news from the barracks?
Yes, good news for me. I shan't have to go there again.
Indeed, and why not?
Raidens escaped.
Escaped? What from?
Court-martial.
Are you drunk or dreaming?
I wish it were a dream.
Well, out for this, man. What's that mad fool Raiden done now?
Challenged and fought a blackguard who slandered your daughter's name. The colonel was too late to stop the duel. Raiden was arrested, but he's got clean away.
Well, and what of that? They'll soon get him.
Not if I can help it.
Oh, and why not?
Because it means court-martial and the death penalty. Does that mean nothing?
Nothing to me. Not so good for him.
But that means the end of our barrack room contact.
Thank God for that.
Is that all? No other news?
Yes, lies, cursed lies. They found the body of the sentry, strangled, murdered. Those damn fools are accusing him of that.
The curse of the Raiden.
Another foul lie. Raiden's no madman, and no murderer either.
I think you'd better go, Helium. You're not yourself. Get home. Have some rest.
Rest? Not until I found Jack Raiden.
That fool's a broken reed. He's no more use to us.
That's where you're wrong, Squire. He'll be more useful than ever. In all innocence, he will lead the Bow Street runners straight to Mr. Jack Raiden.
What good's that to us?
You're growing old, Squire. Your wits want waking up.
That's an insult.
I intended it to be. You need a shock.
I think we'd better say good night, sir.
Not yet. We must have a quiet chat. When you are calmer. Not here, at the beggar's hut. I'll go ahead. It would be very unfortunate if you kept me waiting. Unfortunate, I mean, for you. Oh, so you've come. Good. That was wise of you. Why, you look as if you'd been hurrying.
Why do you bring me here at this hour? I don't like the forest at night.
Indeed. That's just when I do like it. I've an interesting little sanctum down below. We'll have our conversation there. You go first, Squire. One moment, Squire. I think that now you'd better follow me. Come in, Squire. A grim place, but useful. Very useful. I beg you make yourself at home. You were telling me tonight about the curse of the Wraydons. I'm very interested. Tell me more.
Is that all you wanted me for?
That's all. Well?
I only know what I've heard. It was all before I came here.
No matter. Go on.
Well, the story goes that old George Raiden, the captain's father, had a younger brother who lived with the family. Jack was only a boy then, and Rose was just a baby.
And what was the brother's name?
Oh, Philip.
Philip Raiden. Go on.
Well, they say he was a queer fella, always dabbling with odd bits of machinery. Had some mad idea that he'd discovered a new mechanical power that would revolutionize industry.
Had he? Was it a mad idea?
No one knows. He never finished his experiments.
Pity. Great pity. Why?
Well, the rumor is that he fell in love with his brother's wife, made advances to her which she rejected, and then, in a sudden fit of terrible rage, he strangled her.
And what then?
To save the family name from the stain of the gallows, George had his brother certified as a lunatic. Said that insanity was hereditary in the family.
The curse of the Wraydons, eh?
Yes.
And what happened to Philip?
Oh, he was put into an asylum, in France somewhere.
Is he still alive?
Well, Bonaparte put an end to news, but the Wraydons heard that he died, years before, in an attempt to escape. Anyhow, they've never heard of him since.
Strange story. Very.
Very. It was in this old mill that Philip experimented. George shut it up, let it go to rack and ruin. Sold the old dower house for a song to Toby Watts, who turned part of it into an inn. The Tabard. You've heard of it, haven't you?
I've seen it.
Well, that's all I know. That's mostly hearsay.
So you never met Philip Raiden?
No, and I'm not sorry either.
Shouldn't think old George Raiden would like to see him again, eh?
A dug-up corpse? I should think not. The man's been dead and buried long ago. Yes, it would be a nasty sort of joke, wouldn't it?
Sedgefield, Philip Raiden is neither dead nor buried.
What? Alive? Where?
Here, in this den, with you. I am Philip Raiden. Impossible. I was put to a far worse agony than the hangman's rope, into the straitjacket of a lunatic asylum. But I escaped I'm now back in a land I hate. A land that Bonaparte will destroy utterly. But I want money, and then more money for my inventions. My French business provides some, but not enough. The Raiden inheritance would be mine if that damn brood of Wraydons were exterminated. Look around. My room, my old workbench. But I'm back again to take revenge to the uttermost limit.
I'll have no hand in this.
Oh, yes, you will. You and I stand together or hang together at the end of a rope until this Raiden scum, father, son, and daughter, are out of my way. Are your wits sharper now? Already fate plays into my hands. Captain Jack Raiden, our wonderful spring-heeled Jack, will be laid by those heels and either shot or hanged.
I'll never hang Raiden for dueling. He's too fine an officer for that.
No, but they would for murder. I saw to that.
You saw to that? Sentry. You. It was you.
Yes. It's an amazing opportunity. I never waste time. I act. Now let's change the subject. Something more amusing. A little trick I learned in France. There's a dark patch on the wall. It's level with your head. Look. Now, watch. And watch again. Clever, isn't it?
Horrible. Devilish.
But useful, my dear Squire. Very useful. And now there's just one thing more that I have to show you.
No more. I've seen enough.
You refuse?
No. No.
I thought not. Good. Allow me. Come then. Come along, Squire. This way. Don't slip. It's very deep.
What is it?
An old sump. I drained it out years ago.
What's it for?
My amusement. Have you ever read of the tortures of the Spanish Inquisition? That gave me the idea. It took a long time, even though the power was to hand. The old mill stream. But it works. It works. Watch. Watch.
Side walls are moving.
Yes, slowly. Very slowly. Inch by inch. Until they meet and then... Steady. I don't want to lose you. Yet.
Horrible. Horrible. I'm going. I can't stand it anymore.
You see, Monet? You do so hate the forest at night. Shall I come with you? Good night, Squire. Sleep well.
And now a deleted scene from The Curse of the Wraydons. The chief goes to the patent office. Hello, I'd like to register some patents. Certainly. What's your last name? Chief. First name? The. Chief, the. And what are your designs? The first one is for a new form of Iron Maiden. An Iron Maiden? Yes, you see, the problem with your typical Iron Maiden is that it can only manage people up to a certain size. I designed a torture device that can accommodate plus-size individuals. I call it the Iron Madam. Sir, you can't register torture devices here. You can't? Absolutely not. Do you have any other designs? Yes. Are they also torture devices? Yes. No. Hold on, let me fix a few typos. There we are. Let's see, this one appears to be some sort of thumb screw. Not just thumbs. Lets you squeeze all 5 fingers at the same time. And the practical application of this is, it makes sure your press-on nails stay attached. Right. And this one is a sort of mill for crushing human beings into a bloody pulp. What? What? You said for crushing human beings? No, I said for crushing hummus beans. It crushes beans for making hummus. I thought hummus was made with chickpeas. It's a great deal harder to make with beans, hence a new device to help. And why does your bean crusher involve schematics for manacles? Those beans can be very tricky. You don't clump them down, zip, they fly off. You're Spring Hill Jack, aren't you? That depends. Will it get me a patent? Look, you're a crazed inventor who loves terrorizing people and making quick getaways. Don't you have an invention for, I don't know, a boot that lets you jump really high? Maybe with a heel? With a spring in it? A spring heel? Now, why would someone want that? Because springs are wonderful, Springy. You're not in the sketch. Where was I? Look, despite your excuses, these are obviously sinister death traps and torture devices. What makes you say that? Because you clearly wrote Death Trap Wahaha on it. Ah, but I also wrote JK next to it, so you know I'm kidding. Look, you can't file death traps in this office. I can't. No! You have to go 2 doors down and file them at the death traps department.
Have you heard the news? No, what? A sentry's been murdered. And they think Raiden has done it. Good God.
Jack Raiden? I don't believe it.
We've tied him down to the forest and we'll get him.
I tell you, I saw him jump. 15 feet it were.
Courage, Helen. Everywhere I go, those posters. Jack wanted for murder.
Don't lose faith. Jack's no murderer.
I know. Oh, I know. Why didn't George stop that senseless duel? I don't know. I can't forgive him. Look at those people. Think of what they're saying. Lies about the duel, lies about me, lies about Jack. Oh, I can't stand it. I must get home, away from it all.
But Helen, don't go, Helen, please.
Don't you think it makes me look much younger?
Personally, I can't see any difference at all.
Who is that man? I don't know. I've seen him in the town once or twice. He makes me shiver.
My dear young ladies, I feel you're in distress. Can I be of any assistance?
It's nothing, sir, thank you.
Oh, but surely.
A private matter, sir. We would rather not discuss.
I still feel I can be of assistance.
Sir, your persistence annoys us. I hope you will go away.
As you please.
The street is full of scandalmongers. I can't face them.
Let's go by the forest way.
I think you're very wise.
At your service, sir.
They tell me, sir, that your Peruvian pomade is excellent.
It is, sir. A secret recipe of the Incas, in great demand by gentlemen of quality.
May I have a jar?
With pleasure, sir.
And the cost?
A guinea, sir.
Reasonable? Quite. Pleasant. Very pleasant. Your beauty parlor, sir, is well named. I'm a great traveler myself, but seldom have I seen such beautiful patrons.
Very charming remark, sir.
And the young lady I was speaking to just now, who is she?
A Miss Alice Makers.
She's a handsome wench.
She is. Very.
They tell me this scoundrel Spring-Heel Jack had ever a fancy for a pretty girl. Let's hope he never sets eyes on her.
No, sir.
Well, I bid you good morning, and I will report to you on the pomade.
Thank you, sir.
Helen, you startled me. I thought you were in the town.
I was, but I came home. I can't stand those dreadful streets again.
What are you talking about?
The evil gossip, the wicked lies. Jack, Captain Raiden's name, posted as a murderer. Doesn't that shock you?
Is it a lie? I don't know.
Father, how can you question it?
Helen, what does this mean?
Don't ask me.
But Helen...
I can't tell you. Please.
Any news?
Nothing. I've searched for 4 days. Not a sign. But I know he's in the forest somewhere. Have you seen Rose?
Yes. She left with Alice a little while ago.
Which way were they going?
By the forest path.
Right. I'll see you later.
George, I won't meet him. Let's go, quick.
We can't, Rose. He's seen us.
No, I won't forgive him.
Rose,
I'll walk on ahead.
please listen.
How dare you let me go?
I know why you're angry with me. I know why you've avoided me.
Because I failed to stop the duel.
Then isn't that sufficient reason?
No. The colonel was too late. It was no fault of mine.
Indeed. The fault of my mare, I suppose.
No, she went faster than the wind. She seemed to know how much depended on her.
Then why did you fail?
Because I kept my temper. Damn pompous ass of an adjutant at Thaden kept me waiting 10 precious minutes. The colonel was furious when he knew. If I'd knocked the fool down, we should have been in time. I swear I tried. But I know I failed.
I'm sorry, George. I understand now.
Rose.
What of my brother? What can we do?
Find him, then protect him. I know he's in this forest somewhere. Get back to Alice now. Everything will be all right.
Goodbye, George. Forget my silly anger.
Goodbye, Rose.
Jack! Jack! Jack!
Sir. We've just found a young girl strangled. Who is it? A Miss Alice Maitland.
Alice Maitland. Let me go.
I wouldn't if I were you, sir. Not a very pretty sight. I'm off to get Mr. Rickers. Captain Raiden has a lot to answer for.
Read it to us, Herbert.
100 guineas reward. Wanted for murder. Captain Jack Raiden for murder in divers places in the county of Essex. Anyone giving information leading to his capture will receive 100 guineas reward. God save the king.
How many more murders before they catch him?
Plenty, mark my words.
Aye, that sentry a week ago, and then that there woman at Thaden.
And now Alice Maitland yesterday. Who's going to be the next?
Aye, there'll be a next one, all right. He ain't finished yet.
All we women are so scared. Won't risk the forests.
Nay, and the children won't go outdoors to play neither.
When we men lay hands on him, we'll lynch him.
Captain Raiden. Captain Satan, I calls him.
No, not so fast. I've known Jack Raiden from a boy. He's the finest officer and gentleman I've ever known. Why, he's no more a murderer than I am.
Aye, well, that there bill says so.
Aye, that's a lie.
Hey, what's the matter, keeper?
Another.
Aye?
Murder. Wanstead. A girl. I've seen her. Strangled. Oh, give me a drink for God's sake.
Now do you believe what I told you about Jack Raiden?
Captain Raiden, I wouldn't believe it. No.
There's always a streak of madness in the
Well, when you've recovered your breath, give us the details. Yes, I'll have a pint.
That's a pint on me. That's the idea.
How did you get this?
The maid was sweeping. A stone came through the window, wrapped up in that note, and hit her in the back.
Didn't she see him?
No, she just screamed and dropped everything.
He says at the old meeting place, from now on. That means tonight. I'll go now. I'll get to know the truth. I'll force it from him.
You don't begin to think, oh, it's impossible. You can't believe...
I daren't. I won't. But there are strange things afoot. Only an hour ago, I saw Rose for a moment, and she told me something that frightens me.
What in heaven's name did she say?
That old Raiden believes Jack is the murderer.
What? His own father believes that?
Yes. Well, I'll get going. I know where to find him now.
George, we had to meet. I wish it hadn't been necessary. But there are things I want to know that only you can tell me.
And there are things I want to know that only you can tell me.
They must wait. First, I must know what manner of man you are.
What do you mean by that?
Are you a spy in the pay of France?
I
think you've answered me.
God help me. Then you knew.
Not for certain, but I do now.
Jack, listen. I was foolish, tempted. I needed money badly. They got me in their grip. I tried to break away. They threatened to kill me if I did.
So you're still a spy?
No. I finished. I'm through. I know I'm doomed when they realize...
I only escaped for one purpose. I knew of this French plot, but not enough. I had to be free to track the traitors down. I have almost, but not quite. When I know all, I'll tell all, and then surrender myself to punishment.
How you must despise me.
Yes?
Jack, listen. I've told you I've finished with them. Trust me, believe me, put me to any test you like. I won't fail you.
I wonder. What was it you wished to ask me?
Jack, these awful stories they're telling about you, those cursed reward notices.
I've seen them. Go on.
Even your own father believes they're true. He's helping Rickers. Jack, they are lies. Foul, cursed lies. Aren't they?
You're not sure yourself, are you, George?
I must know the truth. Are they lies? Jack, tell me, please, tell me. Are they lies? Murder's no laughing matter.
I agree.
Then will you tell me?
No.
No?
No, you failed the test, George.
Test? Look out!
The runners.
It's Rickers' men.
Father.
You dare to face me?
Why not?
You asked me why not?
Yes. I'm your son. Does that mean nothing to you?
Son? I have no son. Must I repeat my words?
Father, you must
Stand
listen.
back. Don't touch me.
Then you believe those devilish lies.
Yes, and worse. God forgive me for fathering such a monster.
Then you'd better send for your toady, Mr. Rickers.
Do you realize what that means? He'll be here any moment.
Judging by my reception here, no doubt it'll please you. Wait. Before you send for Rickers, there's something you both should know.
Say it quickly.
There are traitors to Britain who... Helen!
No, keep off. You fiend, you devil. Now I know you.
Helen, you must listen.
Don't come near me.
That leap. Only one man besides myself knows its secret. And I think I know what he's making for.
Oh, Mr. Rickers, thank heaven you've come. Follow him. Don't let him escape.
Escape? What's happened?
Murder. His father. Another victim.
By God, it's the last. Miss Sedgefield, you break the news to Miss Raiden. Tell her you're going down to the Top Hat Inn to send Toby up here to take charge. But you remain there till I join you.
Poor Rose.
Come on, men. We've got to get him this time.
Fiend from hell. You'll kill no more.
You fool. You blind, doubting fool.
I was, but not now. Helen's told me.
Listen to me, George Heeningham.
I will not.
You will! Some spawn of Satan has been at work too long. Murder has followed on murder. Tonight, my father killed in cold blood. A knife thrown by this monster. And that you charge to me. Look in that chest.
Blind beggar?
Yes, and another spring-heeled jack. I've suspected this place and the blind beggar for some time. A very convenient disguise.
Then it wasn't you.
No, someone who wished to impersonate me. Only one man could attempt that. A man I thought dead.
Dead? Who?
Your chief. Read those letters.
Chief. His writing. His French plans.
And his Confederates. Your name's there. Go and put them back. They'll be safe there until I need them.
What can I do?
Much. Who is your chief?
I've never known.
I must know. Are you going to help? Or are you still afraid, still in doubt?
No, I can help. He thinks I'm still in his power. He expects me tonight.
Tonight? Where? Quick.
At the Old Mill Ruins.
The Old Mill Ruins? We go there together. Come on.
We dare not.
Dare not? You say that to me? Come on, there's no time to be lost.
It's all right. Toby ain't come yet.
Who's Raiden? The villain. I'll...
Go on. You'll do what?
Take her in there and wait for me. Did you warn Helium to be here tonight?
Yes, I told him to come.
Wise man. You know, I was beginning to doubt. Even you, Squire. We shall see.
We better wait for him, I suppose.
Yes.
Pretty kid, too.
Get out. Ah, my pretty niece, I'll deal with you presently.
Come on. Now remember, do exactly what I've told you.
I understand.
And whatever happens, don't get scared. I shan't be far away.
It's time Mr. Helium was here. It would be a pity if he disappointed us. You feel that way too, don't you, Squire? Welcome, Helium. Squire was getting quite anxious about you. Do sit down.
I'd rather stand.
I see. Many strange things have been happening recently.
You mean many murders?
They do not interest me. They may interest Mr. Ricker.
Naturally.
It is my own affairs, my French business.
Of course.
I'm glad you agree with me, because there's a vital piece of work waiting for you.
Why for me?
Because I have doubts.
Of what?
Of your loyalty.
Then I can put an end to those doubts at once.
And what exactly do you mean by that?
That I refuse to obey you any longer. I have finished.
I was expecting that. You know what to do?
Give that bastard rope.
You swine, you... I had 6. Unfortunately, I lost one. But 5 will do. Now, Mr. George Helium, I'm going to give you 5 chances. And after each, I shall ask you if you wish to change your mind. Very well, then. 1. Well? Then 2.
Have you changed your mind yet? Then 3. Now will you answer?
To hell with you.
Then 4. Raiden!
Yes, Squire. Jack Raiden. Stand still, Philip Raiden. I never miss my mark. Get over there. Quick! And you. Squire Sedgefield, I leave others to judge you. With my uncle, presumed dead, but at this moment very much alive, I will settle.
Not yet, nephew.
We shall see. Even if that is Rickers, your game is up. Don't stir an inch, or I'll fire.
Got you, Raiden, at last. Hold him. There's some room in there.
Now, nobody leaves that place.
Get out of here. Take that. Bring a light, someone.
Hey.
Blast them, now clean away.
Hey, mister. There's a woman lying in there, bound and gagged.
What, another victim? The rest of you follow me.
But you hang on to him like grim death.
Sorry, George. Best I could do.
She's alive, all right. Look after her.
Yes, sir.
Where's Raiden?
Somebody hit me.
Well, get after him and search the woods. He can't have got far.
You'll never find him. He knows the woods too well.
The inhuman devil, and we've got him red-handed. There's another victim of his in there now. His own sister, Rose.
Rose? Rose? You fool!
Touch and go, Jack.
Yeah. Let's have a breather for the moment. First of all, get these things off. They're useless in a scrap.
Where's that fool Jake?
He must have lost his way.
Come. Fasten it up, Squire. Lucky day for me. Only just a graze.
It's touch and go for all of us, eh, Chief?
Quiet, fool. Even the walls have ears.
Look after her while I get a seat. All right now? And that, Mr. Rickers, is the true story.
You say the man is Raiden's uncle, but it's fantastic. Unbelievable. First that Sentry, and then Alice Maitland and many others. And now tonight his own brother.
And Rose here. If you hadn't been in time.
Yes, that's true. But why?
To make it all appear the work of Jack Raiden, by pretending to be Spring-Heeled Jack.
It's incredible.
But what was the purpose of it all?
So that Jack should tread the gallows. Come with me to the Tabard. It's one of his hideouts. I'll show you proofs.
We may even catch the monster.
And Helen's still there.
Then I daren't waste another minute.
I feel better now. I'll come with you.
Fools are going. Quiet just a little longer. The game's not over yet.
Let me in. It's me.
Turn that handle. You blundering fool, where have you been?
I got lost and hid up there. They've all gone.
We know that. Anything else?
Yes. They've lost Raiden.
Escaped. But they haven't reckoned with me. I'll get Raiden yet. I've a bait to hook him, Squire. Your daughter, Helen.
You swine!
Get out! Find Helen Sedgefield. Bring her here. No matter how, but bring her. Get out.
So, you've ratted at last, have you? I've been expecting this. Shall I settle with you now? Did you hear that? It's them, Raiden and the other fellow. Let's get back quick.
No sign of anybody yet. They seem to have gone. Come on, we'll search the place. We'll find some queer things here.
They're coming back. Who? Raiden and the other bloke.
The fates again. Now I'll show them how Philip Raiden exacts his revenge to the last drop. Come with me.
Who says the game's over now? Quick, away with them to the pit.
I think you have sufficient proof there, Mr. Rickers.
I have. But one thing is certain. Jack Raiden's a free man. They'll never court-martial him for a mere duel when this is known. But as for you, I'm afraid these papers are more than serious.
I'll stand up to whatever I deserve. But let's get Philip Raiden. I swear he's still in the old mill ruin somewhere. He knows every corner of it, and he won't risk the forest tonight.
Sound advice, Helium. There's still a chance. Come on, to the old mill, quickly.
Hurry up. That's good enough.
Get that ladder up, and then get out. Hurry! Hurry! Are you deaf as well as dumb? I'm a difficult man to cross tonight. Get out, you hear? Get out! Get out! This pit is my own invention. The walls close together, and they'll crush you to pulp. Far more exciting to watch than the gallows or the guillotine. Death will be slow, very slow, but sure, sure as the Raiden curse. As a boy, I taught you the secret of the high leap, but not with an iron ball on your ankles. You see, I thought of everything. And now to settle my account with that rat, Sedgefield. A pleasant journey to you. Now go down to hell and tell them I sent you. Now say your prayers. Oh, I should love to hear them. Now, Sedgefield, for you.
The walls are moving. Don't look at them. Gotta act quick. Think quick. Can you get your hands free?
I think so. The rope seems rotten.
Now, Squire Sedgefield, this is for you.
I think I've got a knife, Jack.
Splendid.
It's no good for that chain. Never mind. It's just an old padlock. My pistol! There, my pistol! She's loaded. Stand away. Mind the ricochet. No. You're straight up. Nothing to cling to. Can't be done. Can't you jump it, Jane? Possible. No space to leap. Good God. Raiden. Sedgefield. Another old. Raiden. Try this. If it'll take my weight, Dennis, it'll take yours.
You're down. And now, you! No, you don't. No, my dear nephew. God, Daniel, wait! We're not to leave it here! Lay down! I'm not fit to die, I tell you!
God, what's that?
Westman of Raiden.
A horrible death, but he deserved it. He killed Squire Sedgefield before he died. Now, Mr. Bow Street Runner, my job is done. I'm willing to accompany you.
Captain Raiden, after your fine work on this case, my advice to you is to return to barracks immediately.
In King's regulations?
I have little doubt that His Majesty, knowing all the facts, will grant you a pardon for breaking one of his regulations.
now it's time for the Shiver lining. When I started this film, I anticipated a piece about Spring-Heeled Jack, the devilish cryptid or spring-powered anti-hero who terrorized London. But instead we got a Napoleonic-era story of spies and counter-spies who are just really good at jumping. A little disappointing in that aspect.
There aren't no springs at all. It was an outrage. A springity sacrilege.
I know, Springy.
We'll make our own Spring-Heeled Jack movie. With hundreds of springs now. Thousands of springs.
Thousands of... Whatever. But did I enjoy the film? Absolutely. It has some old-fashioned drama, some suspense, also a surprising number of twists. Like Alan Lawrence's performance as Squire Cedric. He starts off as a 2D, foppish villain in control, 100% bad guy. I never in 100 years expected him to do a heel-face turn. And Lawrence sold it. Also, you gotta love the cliche villainous death traps. The trope is so corny, but so familiar, like comfort food or mom's spaghetti. Best of all, Tod Slaughter's energy intensity was amazing. The Quota Quickie directors loved him because he was so big and theatrical that you didn't need to spend time and money setting up close-up shots. I'm a big fan of Mr. Slaughter's work, and in some future video, I hope to show another movie of his, this time directed by George King, Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Yeah. And if this movie wasn't your thing, don't let it get you down. Good evening, Jack. They greet me every night. I have to work late, but it's quite alright. While Tom, Dick and Harry are snug in their beds, I'm up all hours, painting the town red. 2, 3, there's a spring in my step, there's a bounce in my gait. I'd like to say hello, but I just can't wait. I've got a list of people who have to pay. The spring in my step that they can't take away. I've got them on my list, I've got them on my list, and there's none of them be missed, there's none of them be missed. Good evening, Jack, they greet me as I rise. It's such a fair affair when you terrorize. You can laugh at how I caper, laugh how I hop, but call me mad and the bodies start to drop. Let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor. 2, 3, there's a spring in my step, there's a bounce in my gait. I'd like to say hello, but I just can't wait. Melancholy, all these want to ruin my day. There's a spring in my step that they can't take away. A spring in my step that they can't take away. A spring in my step that they can't take away. Hey! Back to M's letter. I don't think I really have much to add to this.
Oh, Princeton, we're all set. I got us thousands of springs, so we can make our own Spring-Heeled Jack movie.
How did you get thousands of springs?
I bought them on Amazon using your credit card. I know you're as eager as me, so I upgraded them to rush delivery.
Springy, I didn't ask you to do that.
Oh, you don't need to ask for my help. A good friend helps, even when you ask them not to. Even when they insist and say, "Dear God, Springy, please stop, please." You're still there, always, waiting in the shadows for your chance too. Spring! Boing!
I want you to know that Princeton Vice loves each and every one of his monsters, and I love each and every one of you. However, you can love someone and still find them
entirely insufferable.
Yes! The way Springy just butts in and helps even when you don't want him to, it's a... Oh, sweet Annabelle Lee. I'm guilty of that too. I'm just like Springy. I'm Springy. Oh. Oh.
So I think Sprincy is having a bit of an epiphany, or a nervous breakdown. So I'll take care of the moral for the day. You see, Sometimes your friends can be f***ing stupid. Like in this movie. Jack Raiden was all ready to shank that f***ing fop in the name of his girl. And it would have been peachy if his buddy George hadn't squealed him out like a little bitch. But Murray, you say, he was just there to help. Well, too bad. Nobody asked for his f***ing help, and they certainly didn't ask him to squeal. To conclude, little children, it's nice to offer help, but if your buddy says they're good, trust them. Maybe they'll succeed. Hell, maybe they'll f***ing fail, and that could be hilarious. But maybe they wanna fail. Sometimes it's fun to fail. You learn stuff. So, yeah.
Wow, Murray, that was actually really good.
You surprised?
A little. Although I don't think the swearing was necessary.
Oh, it was abso-f***ing necessary. Oh, I forgot. And remember, kids, snitches get stitches.
Well, I think that's enough learning for today. I know I learned something. I hope Em learned something too.
No, but he's sure enjoying himself.
Murray, did you write this letter?
Yeah.
Because you wanted to drop me a hint?
A little, but mostly because nobody else wrote you.
Thank you, Murray.
Forget about it. Oh, one more letter did just come in.
Great. Let's read it. Dear Princeton Vice, we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Oh, that's thoughtful. Thank you very much, Real Honda Dealer 69. Oh, we're completely out of time. Please send us a message. You can email us at princetonvice@gmail.com. Follow us on our Twitter handle at @PrincetonVice. Ask us a question, recommend something spooky, or just send us a joke. I have a special joke for all of you people watching on YouTube. What do you call a werewolf stenographer who works in a U-boat? A like and subscribe.
You used that same joke last video.
Again, please send us your jokes or we'll be forced to use the same one over and over again. Thanks again for watching. This is Princeton Vice reminding you to eat, drink, and be scary, for tomorrow we die. Bodies hit the floor. 2, 3, there's a spring in my step, there's a bounce in my gait. I'd like to say hello, but I just can't wait. Melancholy, all these want to ruin my day. There's a spring in my step that they can't take away. A spring in my step that they can't take away. A spring in my step that they can't take away. Hey! Googly, 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 googly.